Today was a slight losing day for me. I started with digging myself a big hole on this NKLA trade, and then I did slowly work my way back to basically break even, but was a little frustrating, but I'm glad I got myself out of this initial hole. So what happened here was we have NKLA. You see it push higher. We do get some strong bearish volume here, but on a relative basis to this previous candle, this looks like a consolidation to me, and then we get bullish volume right back. So we get above all these MAs, and I decided to take it long here. Now, I consider this a bad entry in retrospect, because whenever I'm trying to get entries on top of a moving average and VWAP is so close, wait for the pullback to VWAP and then get in. So really I should have waited till VWAP to try and take this entry. But as far as reading volume and everything, I know what I saw there, and I don't mind it being a losing trade, but the entry should have been closer to VWAP if I wanted to do this. But this was a big loss for me, so it kind of started the day off in a hole. And then plug, I took plug next, so plug kind of brought me back a bit here. So you see plug nice and strong. It gets above these, it opens above all these moving averages and just holds. So I had been watching it for a while as it was around 15, but did not take it. Wanted to get out of the first 5 minutes. I did. I continued to watch it as it played around here, because when I looked at it, it was already at like this 15.25 level, right around this hammer, and I just didn't feel comfortable chasing it. So I waited. We got a little bit of a pullback, but nothing too strong. It started coming back up off of the 9 here. So I got confident that, all right, we're about to ride this higher. We're not going to pull back all the way to 15, because I was really watching this and trying to get a feel for, is it going to pull back to 15 again near VWAP, or is it going to take off now? And it seemed like it was going to take off now, so I went ahead and got in. I think I got in at like 15.12, and then I partialed all the way up to 15.50 area, a little bit beyond that. I think my highest partial was like 15.55, and really nice move, pretty clean. And then it started coming back on me. I didn't like this huge volume right here, and I really felt like it was going to come all the way back to break even, but rather than hang around and wait for it, I went ahead and went out here and made sure to put that profit in my pocket there. So plug was really nice to me today. It moved really clean, and that's actually been my experience with plug most of the time. I've traded it a lot, and I usually have a good experience. Now I took plug again later here, so you'll see on the 1 minute chart, which is this top chart here, it pushed up, came back down, came up, and then it was just hanging out by 15.50 for a long time. If you looked at the, I have level 2 on my montage, which is on a different screen you can't see, but I was watching it, and there's a lot of things around 15.70, 15.75. So I thought, as it was hanging around here, that it might be gonna, it might have one more push in it. So I went long here, and this was going to be a tight stop loss. So probably if it drops more than these two candlesticks right here, I was going to get out. Real tight stop loss here, and partialed out pretty quick as we got to high of the day. Took another one here. Then it was kind of holding on this micro ABCD pattern. So I did an add here, which was I added here and then took it back out there for a few cents. So not really a useful add, and then out at break even. But this was a nice winner for me too. If I had just traded plug today, I would have been above profit target, but unfortunately some of these other tickers kind of took the money from me. So that was my day on plug. NKLA is what I started on. NIO was the frustrating ticker of the day, because alright, so right here I start trying to short this thing. So it's trending down, and I keep taking shorts. I'm trying to short this thing to previous day close, which is this line here. So what you'll see is I went in short here, got stopped out. Went in short here, got one partial, out at break even. And I think it might be done with trying to push lower. Maybe the bulls are in control. So I start looking at other things. It goes back up. You see all these different lines of support hold. It comes back down, and again it's consolidating again right at this 200 MA. So this 200 MA was putting up a really good fight here on the 5 minute chart. So it starts consolidating again, but it still looks weak to me. Every time the bears get after it, you see the bearish volume is much higher. I'd take another step. So I tried to take it short here, get stopped out. And my stops are real narrow, because I think it's either going to be a short squeeze or we're going to eventually break through here. So I just kept really tight stop losses and kept taking stabs at this thing. And so took a stab, stopped out, took a stab, stopped out. Alright, then you see it comes up, comes down, pushes back up right here. Right here. I thought I was done for my day, but I saw this move. I tried to get in, but I had already locked my montage. So the montage where you put in your buys and sell orders, you can hit the lock button so that way you don't accidentally execute a trade. And I had done that because I thought I was done for the day. But then I saw this move and I tried to jump in with my hotkeys, but my montage was locked. And I missed this move, and it was really hard to watch because finally the move I had been trying to get happened. So NIO was frustrating for me, but I'm glad I saw the chart right. I just didn't execute the trade well, but it looked short, kept taking stabs at it, and unfortunately, as soon as the move finally happened, I had my montage locked. So that was a little disappointing. My only other trade of the day here was DKNG, and trending lower all day here, and pretty consistent. You can see the 9 MAs holding well. So we pushed back up to the 9 MA, which is also near this level, previous day low. So I go ahead and take it short here. I only went half size because DKNG, the way it moves, kind of stresses me out. It makes me pretty uneasy. So this is half my normal size here. Got a few partials as we got near this other. So this is 2 days ago low. This is yesterday's low. And as we got to near yesterday's low, took more partials. Then got stopped out at break even there. And then it hung around for a while. And you can see, if I would have hopped back in right around here, I could have hung out and seen what's going to happen. But that was my day, basically a break-even day. And the positive was I dug myself a hole off the bat and dug myself back up to break even. But it is a little disappointing because NIO, I really could have made some money on today as I was stabbing at it, but just missed the move, unfortunately.